NFL QB tiers are back, plus MLB trade deadline winners. The Pulse newsletter Megaphone. This is the Athletics daily sports newsletter. Sign up here to receive the Pulse directly in your inbox. Coming up, American football NFL QB tiers are here, memo MLB trade deadline winners. Pochettino sticks with USMNT tiers. What the NFL thinks of your favorite QB each year. This is a hallowed day on the NFL calendar. Preseason games start this week, sure, but Mike Sando's NFL QB tiers column is out this morning.
Love watermelon but hate the sticky cutting mess? This compact 2-in-1 tool slices neat cubes and flips into a retractable fork for easy serving at parties, picnics, or home. Want to get the best verified deal and see full details? Visit grabdeal.us/3 right now.
You will read and hear plenty about this on athletic platforms, but the recurring seminal work makes waves across the entire football sphere by the sheer nature of the project. Advertisement, simple yet layered. Who are the best quarterbacks in the NFL? And what do NFL executives really think about them? It's a vote-based system mixed with unfiltered comments from those casting ballots. We're going with a three-pronged approach here. Let's just start with the Tier 1 QBs. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Matthew Stafford, Joe Burrow. These were pretty clear-cut. The foursome commanded 191 of 200 possible Tier 1 votes. Surprisingly, Mahomes got a single Tier 2 vote. But I want to focus next on a Tier 2 guy who improved his lot. Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott, who was already in Tier 2 last year, but got 12 Tier 1 votes this year, nearly as many as he's received over his entire time in the tiers list, 14 across 9 appearances. Opposing defensive coaches spoke glowingly of Prescott's development in Dallas' new scheme last year. Start the hype train if the Cowboys field a good defense. Here's a fun graphic from the piece for a fuller picture of the tier movement this year. Lastly, we go to the bottom, where the Cleveland Browns are simply a mess. Both Deshaun Watson and Shedeur Sanders reside in Tier 4 and exist on this list solely because they figure to both start games this year for the Browns. A quote and a stat. On Sanders, one executive said, "He's inaccurate at all 3 levels." I can't tell if he is going to get better, but there's a huge gap between him and competent QB play. Gah. For Watson, a staggering figure. Watson is one of 60 quarterbacks to start at least 10 games since the Browns acquired him in 2022. He ranks 59th among them in EPA per pass play. Zach Wilson is 60th. Gah. Another new feature on the tiers list this year. You can vote on where you think each QB belongs. My request to add a no-tier button was rejected. Deadlines. Put the phones down. It was also, obviously, a pivotal day in our pro sport du jour, baseball, where the trade deadline came and went yesterday at 6 p.m. No longer will we read about potential targets or fits for your favorite team. Now it's time to go win a title or actually retool your franchise. I'm choosing to highlight some of our winners via this excellent roundup. Red Sox, dude. Boston's trade for Orioles catcher Adley Rutschman is probably the gutsiest move at the deadline. Rutschman, 28, is a big talent who's had trouble staying on the field. If it works, we're talking about a possible ring here. 2 in our ambition index. The Angels. It feels bizarre to laud the other LA team in this space, but maybe things are really changing in Anaheim. They traded older guys, kept young talent, and added valuable prospects to their system. After dealing Kevin Gausman to the Cubs, the Blue Jays traded for Angels starter Jose Soriano, which was mildly surprising for a seller. They also traded outfielder Dalton Varsho to the Astros for pitching and picked up Josh Smith from the Rangers. A true shuffle of the roster at the deadline. See all the winners, losers, and snoozers, including the Phillies' big trade yesterday morning. Mauricio Pochettino is officially staying on as USMNT coach for the 2030 World Cup cycle. Pochettino oversaw a fun World Cup run this summer that ended on a sour note in the round of 16 against Belgium. On the surface, this is a prudent move, but 4 years is a long time, and I am curious about the permanent fit here. I went to Tom Bogert. We're excited about this, right? Speech balloon, for sure. Pochettino is a well-respected coach and did well at the World Cup, save for the elimination by Belgium in a dominant fashion. Hopefully, he can build off the momentum from the World Cup and the foundations they laid. Advertisement: Pochettino's name has surfaced for other jobs. Is there a chance he doesn't make it to 2030? Speech balloon: there is a big chance. Pochettino is a coach in demand and has not been shy about his desire to return to club coaching one day. There is no certainty he will be here in 4 years, and honestly, there remains doubt that it's even the most likely scenario. Still, good for now. More news: Emma Raducanu is out of the US Open as she recovers from a stress fracture in her right leg. Bummer. Venus Williams will be there, though, playing doubles. The future of the Triple Crown is in serious doubt after Churchill Downs announced a new series of races yesterday. It's a huge change. Notre Dame and USC will continue their college football series in 2030. Feels wrong they ever stopped it. An American cricket player has been banned for 8 years after violating anti-corruption rules. Juicy: the NBA disputed a study that linked Achilles tendon injuries to increased playing time. Broncos coach Sean Payton said he's in no hurry as he ponders signing Taysom Hill. Watch Guide Television Soccer: Pachuca at FC Cincinnati, 7:45 p.m. ET on FS1 and Apple TV. The Leagues Cup, a competition between MLS and Liga MX, begins tonight with a slew of games, all available on Apple TV. This is our pick for best of the night, but that's subjective. You can see the full lineup here. Television: MLB. Dodgers at Cubs, 8:05 p.m. ET on TBS. Want a full turn toward baseball. Tarek Skubal makes his Dodger debut here against another team that loaded up at the deadline. Pulse picks David Aldridge ranked each NBA team's offseason yesterday. There's nothing more inspiring and dangerous than the prodigal son hired to fix his old team. Matt Ryan is trying to do just that in Atlanta. He's got plenty of problems to solve. Multiple NHL teams have cut their radio broadcast crew in recent months. Some worry the entire medium is dying. Andy Behrens has one name for you to remember in your upcoming fantasy football drafts: Cyrus Allen. Most clicked in the newsletter yesterday: MLB Trade Deadline Big Board 3. Most read on the website yesterday: Trade Deadline Live Blog.